I mean, Jesus Christ. How do I feel about that? Arkham, I'd ask you, right, if you watch this. Look at he has so many letters and they're reprinted in volumes upon volumes. Do you feel like maybe we're intruding on his private thoughts, that maybe like we shouldn't be doing this? Like voyeurism? Oh, it doesn't matter because he's dead? Or what would he think? That would be an interesting video idea, wouldn't it?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Essentially making an Arkham Reporter video here. It's very much an exception. I'm still on hiatus and everything, but I got asked a question by In These Goings Down, my friend over there on his channel, and his review of the Rue Morgue magazine. And I just figured, be nice to just answer that quickly, that question. So, Lovecraft wrote something around 100,000 letters. I think that's a little bit exaggerated, maybe. A lot of his letters were destroyed, not out of malicious reasons, but it's just like how if you get a postcard or something in the mail, you're not going to keep it forever. Nowadays we text, we email and everything like that, but sometimes you just clear out your inbox or whatever. It's nothing personal against the person. So he wrote a lot of letters, and that was the equivalent of today's like WhatsApp, Telegram, email, whatever, right? This is how correspondence is done. And now the question is that you can buy these letters, in anthologies, in these volumes that you have free access to, basically. And the question is about privacy. Now, Lovecraft didn't intend these letters to be public. They were just for the eyes of the reader. It's not like it was confidential information, sensitive information he was passing on. Many of his letters was just like, oh, I'm in New Orleans now. It's a great trip. I love it. Or, the time he got robbed. Oh, they robbed me. I lost my suits, all this type of thing. It was nothing that I think he would have like issue in the sense of it being like, oh my God, they found my dirty little secret, the skeletons in my closet. It wasn't like that. But nonetheless, I'll put it like this. Would you want someone going through your text messages, even though there's nothing really, devious or incriminating in them? It's still like personal, right? So it's the same sort of thing. However, of course, nowadays he's a public figure. I think that if it was back then and someone just stole his letters and put this out, I think that would have been bad. But nowadays, basically the cat is out of the bag, all right? You're not putting the toothpaste back in the tube. It's out there, right? And you can buy these anthologies everywhere. I have a bunch of them, and because of them, I've been able to make the videos that I've been making. I've been able to understand Lovecraft as a person, so it's been very beneficial in that way. But I can understand how, that it is kind of a personal thing. But it's too late. And they're out there, and now he is a public figure. And, when it comes to, like, public figures, this is kind of thing, like, if it's a private person, all right. But, I mean, when people become, like, massive global public figures, although it might not be morally correct or something, they kind of lose a sort of identity, lose their own personal identity, which is why I think a lot of celebrities, or some celebrities, actually shy away from stuff and try and keep things personal, while others, just put everything out there. But it's just one of the ways things are. That's just how life is, And I think, that's my opinion, basically, on it. I don't think it's bad that you can now buy his letters and all this. It's just how it is. That's how life is. And I think it's very beneficial to understand and appreciate him as a writer and also as a human being. So that's my opinion. Now, on the other hand, the other matter there would be that the thing about his letters being public is that people, well, I shouldn't say people, I would say raging, filthy, fucking communists, these shitbags that want to cancel people. These type of people have a problem with these letters, because it's like Lovecraft wrote some letter, and he wasn't very fond of like the mass immigration into New York. So he's saying Like, oh, I was walking with Sonia and then I saw these fucking Moulignan everywhere.
That is so fucking racist.
Happens to be a fact.
And he loses his mind, and then he's writing this to his aunt, and like leftists are like, oh no, he was bad to the Moolies, so now it's like the end of the world. Cancel Lovecraft. Ah, fuck off, fuck right off. These people are. Yeah. Anyway, I could go on like Mussolini on the balcony about them, but the point I'm discussing here is that it doesn't matter, to me that he had personal opinions, right? That he was. I think basically you give him a pass on this, whether you agree with what he says or he didn't, right? Because think of it, it's very common this day and age that people get cancelled. I'm sure you can think of personal examples that you've seen in your life where some fucking celebrity, said something 10 years ago which was mean to this special, victim group or whatever the fuck, and now they're cancelled, and it's ridiculous, I always have this opinion that what you say in your personal life and what you do, that's different. So, I mean, what I'm saying is, like, you can have a problem with a group of people, right? And then it's like how you treat them. What are your actions, So you can be pissed off. You can come home from a bad day and, Jesus, I got fucking mugged by this fucking whatever,
In a Chinese restaurant near Mill Basin, we get jumped by 3 guys in a Lexus.
Chinks did this?
What are you trying to be fucking...
and you can write that, but it doesn't mean like, suddenly you're going to be a horrible person to them. It's his personal letters, Jesus Christ. It's like your text messages or something. You're going to tell me anyone that has a problem with his letters is like, you've never said anything that if that shit got public, people wouldn't, jump on you. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. So, anyway, I think that in short, yeah, they are personal to him, but the cat's out the bag. You're not putting the toothpaste back in the tube. And I have to admit, it is kind of beneficial for people who are really into Lovecraft. And what would he think about it? I think he would be a little bit bewildered that there was so much interest that people would be reading his letters when he didn't even write anything. He didn't always write something special, or worth noting. Often it was like his day-to-day activities, his travels, things like this. So I think maybe he would be bewildered by it, and then he would also think, oh, maybe I should have polished my language up a little bit. Not like censor himself, but like if he's going to be this popular, he would be a better orator, I guess. Anyway, that's my quick video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's see what content I make in the next coming days. Cheers.